everyone, it is currently 10 a.m. on a Monday and I thought that today I would take you through a bit of a day in my life. So I woke up at 6:30, then did some work from 7 till 8:30, just programming stuff for my training team on ladder. Then I had breakfast, which was my eggs and balsamic glaze on toast, got ready, got dressed up because now I'm heading to the gym. One, to train, but also to get some Black Friday content shot as well. So that is the plan for this morning. And in terms of my training, I'm very much in a HYROX training block. So I've just done a huge running block. I did a 92-kilometer ultra marathon in August, and then I've just done Lisbon Marathon where I ran a 3:15, which was a 24-minute PB. So I've done loads of running, but practically no HYROX. I've done the odd session here or there, but nothing consistent since World Champs back in June. So a really long time. And my first race is a women's pro doubles in London on the 6th of December. So that's under a month away and I need to get my arse in gear basically because I'm a little bit nervous. I've been back kind of last week doing a few HYROX sessions and it has reminded me just how hard it is. I've obviously done hard running sessions, but I think HYROX and CrossFit, well, not I think, it does push you in a completely different way, just the level of intensity that you get to and how high your heart rate gets. With running, it's more your legs that tend to give out before the rest of you. So I'm feeling pretty nervous, but I am excited to get back into it properly. I did some HYROX sessions last week, so continuing with that this week, as well as throwing in a few gym sessions. I haven't been in the gym properly for like probably about a month with my taper and my recovery, so I need to get some strength back as well. But that's the plan for this morning, so let's head to the gym. So that is my 2 little HYROX workouts and Black Friday shoot done. Truthfully, I didn't hit them super hard because I am due a rest day today, but this was the only day I could get in with Gary because I'm away for the rest of the week. So I kind of had no choice but to train. So I did 2 15-minute AMRAPs. The first one was 10 cows assault bike, 10 burpee to plate, 25 wall balls, and then had like a 5-minute break while I got changed. And then the next one was 10 cows ski, 20 reverse lunges, and 10 dumbbell thrusters. So all in all, not the best sessions. My body just is feeling sore, and this is our reminder that our bodies are not indestructible. We are only humans. I've had a very heavy week of training last week, and I could feel that today. So yeah, gonna go home, eat some food, rest up, get lots of work done, because as I said, I'm away on a fun little ESN trip tomorrow. Okay, for lunch I've actually got meal prep. So I'm a big meal prep fan because I'm a busy girl and I can't be bothered to cook, but obviously nutrition is so important, especially with hybrid training and actually having like quality meals instead of just snacking on bits. So I did use Thrive for a really long time, which I absolutely loved, still do, but my problem was, and this is very much a me problem, I kept forgetting to change my meals. So I'd always get the same ones every week and I kind of just got sick of having the same things. So that's why I stopped having them. But Simmer very kindly sent me some meals to try. And I tried this when they first came out literally years ago and I did really like them. So I'm interested to see what I think of these new ones. This is Portuguese peri peri chicken. So 565 calories, 46 grams of protein, 57 grams of carbs and 15 grams of fat. I did have the jerk chicken yesterday and I will say it wasn't the most flavorful, but kind of in a good way, in the sense that maybe flavorful isn't the right word, but it didn't taste like incredible like it would at a restaurant, but you kind of don't want that because you want it to be healthy, right? You don't want it to have loads of sauces and oils and whatnot in it. So strange, I'm not really selling it, am I? But my first initial thoughts were good, so we'll see what I think of this one. I also have a coffee, which I made about half an hour ago and just completely forgot about, so I've just topped it up with some more boiling water. And then finally, when I did first get in, I did have 3 like Ryvita little cracker things with hummus, because you know when you're just absolutely starving and you feel a little bit faint and you need carbs and you quick, that was me, and I couldn't be bothered to wait for this, so I did have some crackers, and then in that meantime I've just been doing some work. But I'm really having one of those days where I just need an extra day of the weekend. Like I literally could not go to sleep last night because like I was just stuck scrolling on my phone because I didn't want the weekends to end knowing that I had to get back to work on Monday. But I'm sure all you guys can relate to that feeling. But that is lunch. I'll show you guys. Honestly, meal prep never looks that appetizing because obviously you mess it up when you take it out the box, but I'll show you anyway. It's quite hard to see with all the steam coming off it, but looks pretty simple. We'll do a taste test. Once again, I'm gonna say it's not the most flavorful. It kind of just tastes like simple rice, chicken and veg, which personally I do like because the reason I want meal prep is to help me stay on track, not necessarily to have the tastiest meals that might not be as good for you. So take that as you will. I think personally I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I still have like 4 other ones to try, but I would say this is on par with the jerk chicken so far. Trying to give you guys the best view of this, which is hard because my arm is literally extended so far out, but I'm going to sit on the sofa and do a few hours of work with my normal tech recovery boots on, which if you haven't tried recovery boots before, they're basically similar to like an blood pressure arm cuff where it constricts you and then releases. So that hissing sound is the air coming out, but they're basically full of air and it acts as a mini massage by like compressing and releasing your muscles to really get the blood flowing and clear some of those waste products. And honestly, when these are on the highest level and my legs are sore, I can feel the blood like pulsing around my legs and it feels strange, but it's so nice. So I was very kindly actually gifted this pair, but it is something I'd also spend money on myself because I love them. I did in fact forget to round off the vlog yesterday, but I basically just worked for the afternoon. It was quite boring. I had a meeting at 4, did my work for ladder for the week, did my content, and that was kind of the day. I always feel like I don't have much to show you on a normal working day because I don't really leave the house apart from to train. One thing that was nice is one of my friends came around for dinner and we just had like oven pizza and garlic bread, which isn't great, but it does the job. And that was obviously nice to see her. So the one thing I forgot to show you, which I will actually show you today, was my kind of like nighttime wind down routine, like the vitamins I take before bed, which there's not loads of them, but the ones I do take, I've been consistently taking for a while and I definitely notice a difference. So I'll show you them, but right now it's obviously the next day and I'm about to head into the gym and hit legs, which will be my first lower body session for, God, I'm gonna check and insert it on screen, but a long time. So I'm slightly nervous that I'm gonna have the worst DOMs ever tomorrow, but it's all part of the process. So I'm just trying to make this ISO clear without spilling it everywhere. And I'm not doing a very good job. But there's one thing, my knee is playing up ever so slightly, like the top of my knee is kind of sore when I bend it, and when I was doing those thrusters yesterday it definitely was hurting a tiny bit, so that's something I need to keep an eye on. I've done a quick Google search, as you do, and it's kind of been saying that potentially, where have I just put the lid for this? Oh, up there. It could be like a bit of tendonitis in my quad or like just irritation, which to be fair is expected. I've done an ultra, I've done a marathon, and then kind of straight into HYROX training, so I will keep an eye on that because I'm not getting myself injured. If I have to take a week off running, I have to take a week off running. But let's go see how this lower body session goes. My kitchen is an absolute mess, so I'm going to try and hide that from you while I show you. First of all, my supplement stash. I actually think a lifetime of supplements. So I'm very lucky that ESN sends us loads of stuff because this whole cupboard full of ESN. This whole cupboard will drawer full of ESN. And then up here, all protein bars. And then I also have, in my wardrobe actually, because I've got no other space, obviously, in my wardrobe, I also have like a whole layer of protein powders. Like it's honestly kind of crazy. But I will be giving some away to my gym because it's, as you can see, literally a lifetime worth of supplements. But one final thing before I go to bed, I'm going to show you my evening vitamin routine. Some of these I actually do take in the morning, but I'm just going to go through all of them now. So they're all from ESN, obviously. Number 1 is Solid Joints. This one is Q10 Plus. NAC+, ashwagandha, magnesium, the essentials, which has omega-3 in it, among other things, and then vitamin D3 and K2. So these I've been taking consistently for a couple of months now. I've got in a really good routine with them. If I were to pick just 3, because I understand this is obviously a lot, I would go for the essentials, the magnesium, and the ashwagandha, especially these 2 because they really help with restful sleep and restorative sleep, which is obviously super important when you're training hard. But that is the end of today's / 2 days worth of vlogging. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I am getting consistent with my YouTube. I've done a couple of videos in a row now, and I'm filming another one tomorrow. So do leave a comment and let me know if there's anything in particular that you would like to see. But for now, I'll catch you in the next one.